Hi there, Aries. Welcome to a Tarotscope for the week from August 8th through the 15th. This is Sagittarius Yogini, and I just want to mention a couple of cosmic events that are occurring, or astro events that are occurring in the next week. The first one being the Lionsgate portal, which has been ongoing since the 26th of July, but peaking on the 8th. And this year in particular is great for manifestation because it is 888, and 8 is a number of material power, including material wealth. And for you, this is falling in the 5th house of love and creativity. And so if you are wanting either of those things, make sure that you really put in an order with the universe, That's the best way to say it. And another reason why this is particularly potent this year is because we just had a new moon in Leo a couple of days ago as I record this. So it will still be active at the time of the peak of the of Lionsgate. So that's one thing, and that's a big thing. And the other one is that Mercury is retrograding, and this has already begun before the 8th, but it's going back into the sign of Leo on the 14th. And so it will be going back into your 5th house from the 6th house. So when a Mercury is retrograding in the 5th house, you may hear from someone that you had a fling with or romantic connection with. This can also be reworking some sort of creative project, maybe rethinking and saying, hey, that wasn't so bad after all. So as Mercury goes retrograde, there are things that you can do that actually are great for this particular time. And now that Mercury has gone into a different house, you may find that there are different things that you are rethinking. Okay, let's pick some cards here. All right. Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought this was a high priestess when I was looking at the picture. So the heart of the matter is the Ace of Wands. And I've often said that I wonder if Aries is connected to this because Wands in general is fire energy. So I could see Aries being connected to this particular card. But this is new beginnings as it pertains to like a passion project, which goes along with the 5th house triggers, the new moon energy, the Lionsgate. And so anything that you have wanted to do and start from a very enthusiastic perspective. Also, wands are about creativity, and they're also about career matters. So that might be something that you are getting involved with in some way. Now, what crosses you is the 7 of Cups. If you are fielding job offers, you may be a little bit lost and wondering which one is really the one to choose. This deck shows what the Rider-Waite's version does. You see the bat wing, the snake, These can be things that are not so pleasant. They might look good on the surface, but they're not. So you're um, wondering what to choose. The important takeaway is that you have a lot of options. This can also sometimes be a card of wishful thinking, that you want something to be other than what it is. And the fact that it is crossing the Ace of Wands, I think if the Ace of Wands is like somebody that you are involved with at an early stage, you have to really pay attention to the kind of messages you're getting from that person, because in some cases you might be uh, wanting that person to be something that they're actually not. And unless you just want like a fling, if you want a long-term relationship, you have to see things realistically. I mean, that's a given. And the same thing applies for a job that you want to hold for a long period of time. What's coming in is the Five of Wands, and normally when I interpret this card, I think, oh boy, this is going to be conflict, because sometimes this can be a card that is connected to conflict, but this is a card that I think Aries people actually really vibe with quite well. This is a card of getting in the fray, of competition, but it can be competition that is actually very beneficial, which I typically don't think there is such an animal. But I do believe that there are people out there, and Aries is a sign that I totally see as, naturally competitive, where they're stimulated and they are actually improved by their competition with others if they're in an environment that is very positive overall. So if you're going into a new field or a new job, and it's like you go into this environment and everybody is bringing their A game, and you are like, you might be a little bit intimidated, but it's kind of like a good intimidation because it forces you to up your game yourself. And it's like the other people rub off on you in a great way. And I'll say this too, like for anybody, any Aries person who is back on the dating scene, that it's like, it's almost like being back in the trenches. So you might have been taken out of action for some reason, maybe a sense of disappointment or just not being in a good place with that. And now you feel this sense of excitement, and I don't know how to articulate it, but there's this confidence, I would say. I think that's the best way of putting it. Like you're putting yourself out there and you really feel like you have something to offer. The outcome is the Page of Wands. This is a card of good news, good, nice communication. But you can see the exhilaration of this card. Something makes you feel good. You receive some kind of message that is positive, and it lights up your day and it lights up your week. And so what I want to say is that I think this is going to be a great week for Aries, because now that I think about it, 3 out of the 4 cards that I got were wands, were fire. And of course we are in Leo season, and the sun in the fifth house can really, it's like you are an honorary Leo person at this time. And it's that same kind of vibe of Aries where it's all about being creative. This is very creative time for you, and about being enthusiastic about your life and the direction it's going in. So I love it. I hope that you enjoyed this, Aries. If you would like a private reading, you can go to rainamoonastrology.com. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.